So, hey guys, thanks first of all to Austin Walker, a great guest report. He sent it in to us on crappie fishing on Houghton Lake, and he was real specific. So guys, if you're looking for a game plan going out early ice and you're not familiar with Houghton Lake, do what Austin and his buddies did. So you had a couple, 2-3 guys, right? They all had their flasher units or whatever electronics they're using. Now I prefer the Garmin Live Scope because you can slowly turn that live scope and you can see out 50, 60 feet away from your hole and see if there's fish active in a weed bed or not. And that's the key, Austin said. He was in 5 to 7 feet of water just offshore, walking along in areas where they knew that there was weeds at the end of the season, and they were finding the edges of the weed beds where it would thin out to be strand weed, not really packed together, where it would start to strand out and the fish could move around, and you can also see them on your electronics. And they were logging into some really nice crappies. Now, how were they doing it? Tungstens, orange-headed tungstens with orange and red fleck, really small little plastics, you know, whether it's a roadside minnow or whatever, but they were just using tungsten and plastics, no bait at all. And the fish were super aggressive, dropping in, jigging it a couple times. Fish would race right in and smack it, they said. Now, they just work their way around these big weed beds. And, you know, when a guy gets on fish, that's the cool thing about when you go out with a group of buddies. One guy gets a good group where he waves and says, hey, I got a lot of marks over here. Then the rest of them can come over and kind of circle the wagons, get on an active weed bed, take whatever fish you can take out of that, and then move on. So this type of ice fishing is really fun when you're working with a group of people and you've all got electronics. But 5 to 7 feet of water, shoreline weed beds, tungstens and plastics, and just keep moving and keep being mobile to find where the fish are at. And if you've never fished with a Garmin Live Scope, get a Garmin Live Scope. At least have one of the guys in your group with a Garmin Live Scope so that you can see out and around and you can kind of identify those groups of weeds that have the most activity in them. Here's the last thing. If you get a Garmin Live Scope, you'll probably all have one the next year. They're just that silly. We've got a great ice fishing segment we're going to show you on one of our video fishing reports that we filmed with Paul Antonovich last year in one of his lakes down by Kalamazoo, where he introduced me to how they use their Live Scope as a group, the Live Scope as a group, and man, is it cool. So stay tuned for that here in the next few weeks. But you know what? Right now, Houghton Lake, it's the start of the season. Be discreet. Always stop and call Lyman's to make sure that you got safe ice. I would say it's going to be safe from here on out. I don't see any really warm temperatures in the next 14 days up there, which means it's just going to be building ice. And the best thing about that, guys, when Houghton Lake Bite is on, it brings a lot of people up there, and tip-up time is going to be a blast.
The Bait Shop in Waterford is your one-stop live bait and fishing tackle destination. With an awesome selection of rods and reels, custom-poured jigs, soft plastics, and panfish baits. The Bait Shop also has seasonal items for ice fishing, the Spring River Walleye Run, and summer salmon, bass, walleye, and pan fishing. Visit the Bait Shop in Waterford for all your bait and tackle needs.
Hey, wanting to watch something fun? Check out this little preview from this week's show. Manistee County, Portage Lake, awesome smallmouth bass fishing. Check it out. Look at the sunshine on that Manistee Lake largemouth. I'll tell you what, guys, this isn't a Manistee County largemouth. This is Portage Lake in Onekama. This is absolutely one of the best greenback lakes in the state of Michigan, bar none. If it's not on your list, you got to put it on your list.
Wyandotte Lure manufactures soft plastic baits and fishing tackle right here in the Detroit area. Our famous original Wyandotte worm and the new Motor City Minnow are made with our own special blend of material that is soft enough for a fish to bite, but durable enough to use all day. Our baits are available in over 30 different fish-catching colors. Just another reason why Wyandotte Lure is known as the king of the river. Go to WyandottLure.com or ask for them at your local bait and tackle store.
So, if you're wondering what to do, first of all, if you don't watch our show, set your DVR, guys. It's on statewide, and now beginning this week, it's on nationally. We're on nationally the first 26 weeks of the year. We're on here in Michigan 52 weeks of the year. Set your DVR. If you're in the Detroit area, we're on Detroit 20 at 6 a.m. Sunday mornings. I realize that's a little bit early, but set your DVR, get your coffee, watch it at 9 o'clock. Up in the greater Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo area, we're on WOTV Saturday mornings at 7:30. In the Lansing to Jackson area, Battle Creek, we're on ABC 53. That's Saturday morning at 7:30 as well. Up north, the whole of northern Michigan on Fox 32 on Sunday mornings at 7:30 a.m. And if you're over across the bridge and you're wanting to watch it in the UP, we're on Marquette 6. That's Fox 6 out of Marquette, and we're on Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. in the morning. So hey, all great times to watch. We're also on Pursuit Channel on Saturday afternoons at 4:30, and we're on CBS Sports Network Saturday mornings at 7:30 a.m. on that national broadcast, CBS Sports Network. So lots of places to watch the Fisherman's Digest. Whatever you do, set your DVR, get it recorded, watch it when it works for you, and we'll see you next week again with another great series of video fishing reports here from Fisherman's Digest.